For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland High School sports. Because the Quiet Brothers are here. Outlaw!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Quiet Brothers Sports Show. My name is Kevin Hanley. Got my peoples in the building with me. Got the homie Eli Robinson.
What up?
Got the homie Reggie Logan.
What up, though?
Philly Phil is out tonight. All right, man. So the weekend was a little bit crazy because we had some storms come through over the weekend. Over Friday night, we had a couple of games that we went to this weekend. Friday night, Eli and I went out to see Lutheran East versus Lutheran West. Shout out to Lutheran West, man. Lutheran West, beautiful. Number one, beautiful facilities out there at Lutheran West. Beautiful. Shout out to them, man. We emailed them on a Thursday, and they got back to us and was like, yeah, come through. We usually don't do things like that on that short of notice. But we did reach out to a couple of schools, and I let, some people message us, was like, hey, come see this game. And a couple of those schools were the games that we reached out to. And the ADs never got back to us for whatever reason. So we ended up going out to Lutheran East and Lutheran West. And then on Saturday, we hit Cleveland Heights at Shaker Heights. So, Reggie.
Yo.
Why don't you go ahead and so what happened? Somebody was salty at the picture that we put up for Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights?
He must have deleted it, but number 4 on Shaker, I don't know his name. He stuck his middle finger up on the post and said, our weak-ass show. So, I mean, the energy you putting towards us, that's the energy you should have been putting towards Cleveland Heights. Because 50-6, I mean, it's no caption needed for that.
No, look, it was whoever number 4 for Shaker Heights. I mean, look, man, I get it. You might have been emotional. You might have been upset or whatever the case might be. We put that picture up there. We put a caption. Really, the reason that we didn't put a caption on there was really just kind of out of respect for Shaker.
And that's all, because I could have put a caption, but it wouldn't have been what you wanted to hear.
Right, we could have. So I know whoever. Here's what I would say. Now, according to Reggie, the young man, basically gave us the middle finger and said our weak ass show. Look, bruh, we got love for Shaker, but ain't nobody exempt from the barbecue chicken. It is what it is.
Exactly.
I mean,
y'all listen. Yeah, I mean. 50-6. That's not our fault. That's your fault, young bro.
And we stopped uploading the footage just out of respect for y'all. We could have kept putting the video clips up there of Cleveland Heights going in the end zone on y'all.
Facts. So I'll say one more thing, and I'm trying to record this because I hope he sees it. Look, we get it, man. You might have been emotional. It ain't nothing personal on our end, but I'm just saying. Yo, 50-6, my brother, that's on you, not on us. We got love for Shaker, so what you coming at us like that for? That's not on us. And if you know him, tag the young brother in this video.
And shout out to Victor Ford, because he was the one Shaker player that played his heart out from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely.
Facts. So now that, hey man, it ain't no disrespect to Shaker, but that's y'all, not us. You don't want that picture posted up there, man. Do something about it. You the one out there in uniform, not the Quiet Brothers.
And all we simply doing is doing our job, reporting the final score. That's what we do every week.
That's it. So should have had that same energy when you're facing Cleveland Heights. Period.
One thing, when we first actually started this show, one thing we always do, we tell the truth. Mm-hmm. We keep it 100.
We don't sugarcoat nothing on this show. Nothing. And no one is exempt from the. And look, man. It's really all in fun. It's really all in fun. We're not trying to intentionally diss nobody and nothing like that, but it is what it is, man. You get barbecue chicken, man. Shaker, you ain't the first team to get beat 50-6. You won't be the last team to get beat 50-6.
Wait till we report the Central Catholic score.
I mean, so just like Reggie said, you should have had that same energy when you was out there playing Cleveland Heights. If you'd have had that same energy against Cleveland Heights, maybe the score would have been different. But hey, man, what you want us to do? There was no, and shout out to Mrs. Rashid. You know, she was like, I guess she's saying the score speaks for itself. Not really. We were just trying to be respectful. We just put the score up there and leave it. Because honestly, just like I put, look, man, it was 50-6. What can we add to that? It really, I guess it was the score speaks for itself. What can we add to that? Ain't nothing else to add.
Because the only thing that come with a caption to a 50-6 score is more salt in the wound for Shaker.
That's it. And as Reggie said, out of respect for Shaker, we stopped uploading the videos of the scores. Out of respect for Shaker. We could have uploaded everything because we had it. So look, young bro, the Quad brothers, we not the ones that threw 3 pick sixes. That wasn't us.
And I mean, I started deleting like stuff because out of respect for y'all.
I mean, what you want us to do? So yeah, it can be our weak ass show. That's cool.
We gonna keep doing us.
We gonna keep doing us, and we don't harbor no ill will, young brother. We don't harbor no ill will towards you, whoever you are. Number 4 for Shaker, we don't harbor no ill will for you, young brother. But if you don't want a picture like that posted about your squad, man, do better. That's it. Do better. Don't get beat 50-6, and maybe that won't happen.
Flat out.
So that's that. But yeah, wait till you hear the Central Catholic score. That y'all got off light. According to that. But yeah, we did go to a couple of games, and look, man, sometimes we wanted to reach out to a couple other schools. It didn't happen. That's happened to us before. It's again, the schools that I reached out to, the ADs, and it was Bedford and Mayfield. I ain't got no problem. It was Bedford and Mayfield. And we reached out to Mayfield. We reached out to Bedford. We tried to get to one of those games, and for whatever reason, I don't know if they didn't see the emails or they saw it, and they said I'll get back to him, and never got back to. I don't know what it was. But we reached out to Bedford and to Mayfield, and we didn't get a response from either one. And we checked out Lutheran East and Lutheran West. It was like, man, let's try this. It was short notice, and again, we appreciate Lutheran West for doing that. And we made it happen. And me and Eli went up to Lutheran West. And they got a beautiful facility. So it was a good weekend overall. The storms came through and some games got disrupted. And I actually left Lutheran West and Lutheran East. And then I ended up going back because as soon as I left, the rain stopped. Mm-hmm. So I ended up going back. But they still called a game officially right around like 9 or maybe 9:15, something like that. They officially called the game. So we got 4 guests really coming on tonight. At 7:15, we have the quarterback of the Alliance Aviators, Brandon Alexander, will be joining us. We'll chop it over. Brandon at 7:35. The tackle from the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders, Brock Janowitz, will be on the show. And at 8 o'clock, kicker of the Massillon Tigers, Magnus Haynes, will join us. Yeah, we showing love to the kickers, man. We don't got no beef with kickers. We showing love to the kickers, man. So those 3. So it's all Rising Stars and it's all Stark County. Stark County, we got you. All Rising Stars list tonight. All Stark County. That's how we rolling. That's how we doing it. So Brandon Alexander 7:15, Brock Janowitz 7:35, Magnus Haynes 8 o'clock. At 8:15, Coach Riz is gonna come through. Riz, you didn't give us your picks, bro. It's a bad week for Reggie.
It's all bad for me.
It's a bad because I mean I don't right because I don't really know. I mean because the one game that we picked you for, it didn't go the way none of it. Hey, yo, let me do this too. Hold on, let me do this too. But real quick before I forget, I don't want to forget. Shout out to Iggy, man. Shout out to Iggy. Iggy beat Holman 42-41.
So down the state champs.
Let me tell you something. They were down 35-10 at one point. Most other teams down 35-10. It's a wrap. They're gonna to a team like Hoban. It's a wrap. They're gonna call it a day. Say we'll live to fight another week. Not Iggy. Iggy came back and got them boys 42-41. Shout out to you, Iggy. That's why Ignatius is Ignatius. Because they could have rolled over and was like, we're done. We're done. And they didn't. And I knew somebody eventually was going to get Hoban. It's not like they're in the Hoban season. But shout out to Iggy, man. You got to give them their props, man. Give them boys their credit. They went out there. They were down 35-10 and got the job done. Shout out to you, Iggy, man. Much respect. So we all picked Hoban for that game. And Reg, that was the only one I put you down for because I knew you'd want Hoban. So, I mean, do we have to make Reggie 0-15 for this week? He didn't give.
I'm 0-15.
Oh my Lord!
Whopper.
I think I might have jumped up because I think I only missed. We gonna get it in there.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, Eli, you lost more than I did this week, so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you might have lost that lead, bro. We gonna tally it up, but you might have lost that lead, son.
Mm.
I gotta be very wise and smart on my pickings from here on out.
Yeah, man, 'cause you need it, son. You need it bad. We'll do that in the first break after we talk to Brandon. We'll do that. We'll talk to Brandon. Chop it up. But yeah, man, you got to give Iggy their props. They went out there and held it, but they were down 35-10. And came back and got and not any team. They came back and got Hoban, the defending 4-time Division II state champions. They came back and erased a 25 point deficit. So, I mean, all you can say is shout out to them, man. Tip your hat. And look, like I said, it ain't the end of Hoban. It's Hoban. They'll be back.
And they were on a 30-something game winning streak. You got to lose at some point.
At some point.
You got to lose.
At some point, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So, look, and nothing to be ashamed of for Hogan, man. You lost to Ignatius.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So props to Iggy. You deserve that win. And props to Hoban. I mean, you know, look, it was a great game. I wish we could have went to that game. It was a great game. Fantastic game. Somebody got to win. It's one of those games. It's one of those games that you hate that somebody had to lose. You know. But I'm sure they're not hanging their heads over there, Hoban. They'll be back, as they should. But we definitely had some. We had some barbecue chicken. Now we're gonna do the best to update all the scores that we had because some of those games were called and split up. That Lutheran East, Lutheran West, that game they finished that game the next. And shout out Lutheran West, man. Sorry we couldn't come back out there. We were at Shaker Heights and Cleveland Heights. The three guys were there, and I was at a wedding. I had to go to a wedding yesterday. So shout out, man. My goddaughter Brooke got married yesterday. It's crazy, man, because I have a picture at my house of me holding her when she was born. She was first born. And she just got married yesterday. It's like, man, I am old. She was born in 1996.
Damn, I was in third grade.
Right. She was born in 1996. So it was just kind of surreal, man, to see her now, a grown woman, getting married and all that kind of stuff. You know, I changed her diapers for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Not weird, but just surreal to see her all grown up like that. But it was cool at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, man, you know, all these years have gone by. I watched her grow up and you know, go from baby to a toddler to a, you know what I mean, to teenager, now a grown woman. You know, so shout out to my goddaughter Brooke, man. Her and her husband Chris. Nice dude. I don't know him all that well, but nice dude. And then, you know, of course, people are like, you know, okay, you know, you got 2 daughters too, and your daughter's gonna be. I'm like, no.
I'm going through it right now,
yeah,
man.
right.
My daughter is texting me right now, begging to go to this homecoming, man. September 27th. It ain't happening, though.
Look, sorry. You know the rules. Rules say 16.
Yep.
All right, we will come back to that. Joining us right now on the phone line, he is the quarterback of the Alliance Aviators. He's a member of our Rising Stars list. His name is Brandon Alexander. He joins us right now on the show. Brandon, how you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Thanks for taking time Friday night to join us, man. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, man. So let's get right to it, Brandon. So look, it is what it is, man. Tough loss last on Friday against Chardon. How do you guys right the ship and get yourselves back on track?
We gotta have short-term memory, turn the page. We had a lot of injuries that game. We just gotta put it past us.
All right. So is that basically the message from your coaching staff every week? Look, okay, whether you win or lose, that game is over. Focus on the next game. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, they always tell us we gotta have short-term memory, turn the page.
Now, you are a junior this year, but you played last year as well. How beneficial was it for you, Brandon, to play and learn as a sophomore?
It gives me a lot of experience. Last year, it was new. This year, I know what to do, how to lead the team.
Do you find because I know you're from watching your film, you're a very athletic quarterback. You move well on your feet. Do you find yourself sometimes, Brandon, feeling like you have to prove that you're as good with your arm as you are with your feet?
No, not really. I know what I can do. The time will come. Just can't rush it.
Do you mind that label if someone were to call you a running quarterback? Is that something you kind of shy away from, or do you kind of embrace that part of your game?
No, not really. I mean, I can throw and pass. I know what I can do. My teammates know what I can do.
So how does it feel then, Brandon, knowing that your coaching staff believes in you to go out and make the right plays? Do they basically give you full control over the offense? You can audible check out, anything like that? How does that feel that they do that for you?
Yeah, we got some checkouts. Not like everything. I don't have full control, but if I see something, they'll let me.
So what are you looking at initially, Brandon? When you go up to the line of scrimmage and you get behind center, or you're in the shotgun, or whatever the case might be, what are you looking for when you step up to the line?
It's like some checks. Like we check where the bubble are, where the linebackers are, and what covers the corners and safeties are in. Certain plays.
Okay.
Certain plays.
Now, talk about, you being an athletic quarterback as you are, and you can make plays with your arm and your feet. Talk about the relationship that you have with your offensive linemen, because they almost kind of have to know what you're doing, because at any point you could take off and run. How do you guys kind of keep yourselves on the same page?
It just happens. We got to trust each other. We have a good offensive line. They trust me, I trust them.
So how do you, Brandon, being, the quarterback of the football team, being a leader on the team, and all the responsibility that comes with that, how do you find the right balance between staying on point with football and staying on point with your academics?
Every day our coach tells us we gotta stay focused. School is important, just as important as football is. Go to school, do what you gotta do at school. Go to football, do what you gotta do at football, and just repeats every day.
Now, can you talk about your family structure and how they've kind of, helped you, brought you along, and helped you get to this point of where you are now? Can you talk about how their support has helped you along the way?
Yeah, my family is very important to me. My uncle, he does a lot for me. That's who I live with. I live with my uncle.
Okay.
Without him, I probably wouldn't be in the same position as I am. He took me in when I was in 7th grade. He taught me a lot. Take me to workouts, all that.
Absolutely. Now, does he also stress the academic side as well? I'm sure that he also stressed that academics, like, you stay on point with those books, so there won't be any football. Does he do stuff like that?
Yeah, he gets on me a lot about academics, keeping my head on tight.
So talk about that, Brandon, because it must be, again, you're the quarterback of the football team. You're a leader on that squad. I'm sure you're fairly pretty, or probably pretty popular at school. How do you go about doing that? Just staying humble, staying grounded, not letting all that get to your head?
Yeah, my coach and my uncle has talked to me about it. You just always got to stay humble. Everything will come. Don't get caught up into it.
Now, being that you were already playing and started as a sophomore, how does that help you with the younger guys on your team? How does that relate when you're trying to help the younger guys along, show them how to act, show them how to be? How does that help because you played so young? How does that help you do that?
It's like you know, like what they're going through and like how hard it is. You just gotta teach them, take it step by step.
Okay. So now, can you talk to us, Brandon? Has there been any contact so far between you and any colleges, any schools? Can you speak on that? Have you had any kind of correspondence with any schools?
Yeah. West Virginia. I just took a visit there yesterday.
Okay.
A game day visit. Kentucky, Cincinnati. Took a visit to Cincinnati. Kent State, Akron.
So now let me ask you this, and again, this is something we ask pretty much of every guest on the show because we have somebody on our staff that's an alum. Have you had any kind of contact at all with Bowling Green?
Oh yeah, Bowling Green too, yes sir.
Okay, just like letters or any kind of visits planned or anything like that to Bowling Green?
I got a couple letters. One of the coaches came to visit me in school. I went to their camp. We don't have a visit set up or anything like that yet.
Okay. All right, so there you go, Eli. So,
you know what? I got to get on that, man.
Yeah, get him in there. All right, hey, listen, man. Brandon, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you coming on. I know you guys will bounce back from that loss to Chardon. Shake that off. You guys will be back at work next Friday. We really appreciate your time tonight, man. And thank you to you and your family for the support. We really appreciate that. We'll try to get down to Alliance to check you guys out, okay?
Thank you.
You got it, man. Have a good night.
See you.
All right. Brandon Alexander, quarterback of the Alliance Aviators. Young man is a 6'3", 215, I believe, something like that. Arm like cannon.
Shout out to his uncle too for
yeah,
stepping up to the
absolutely,
plate.
man. Shout out to the young man's uncle, man, for stepping up to the plate and making sure he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, especially keeping on them academics. We tell these young people all the time, man, that being good on the football field is great, but being good in the classroom is better.
Absolutely. Football is not going to last forever.
Football will not be there forever. And so anytime, we hear these young men really getting at it on the books, it makes us happy to see. So,
and when you a superstar in the classroom, it give you options.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. No sense in being a star on the field and a dummy in the classroom. That's not going to serve you any purpose. At some point, that's going to catch up to you.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's do this, man. Let's take a break. We'll get out. We'll come back. When we come back, we'll chop it up some more. And at 7:35, from the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders, Brock Janowitz will join us. He's also a member of our Rising Stars of Stark County. I told you we got you tonight, man. All right, so let's take a break. Eli, what's the name of the song?
The name of the song is called Hurricane by Serious Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The Quad?
Yep. Eli, I think you're safe. I mean, I'm hoping. I don't envision Austin Hooper getting off like that, but I mean,
anything can happen though.
I mean, really, if they, if they, all they gotta do is find Austin Hooper twice in the end zone, it's a wrap for you, son. That's why I told
Philly. I'm counting on Philly's defense tonight.
So
man.
now, part of me wants Philly to give up 2 touchdowns to Austin Hooper. But then part of you don't want me to give up nothing. Listen, Miami Dolphins.
They got spanked.
43-0.
Oh, no.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
This tanking 101.
I mean, yeah. And the guy. Here's my thing with the Dolphins. Guys talking about we won out. Well, you guys are the ones playing. What do you mean you won out? You guys are the ones playing. I don't get that. What do you mean? That's you.
Brian Flores, their coach.
He might not be long for the job.
Yeah, that hot seat is sizzling now, and it's only in week 2.
And they sitting up there talking about they not tanking, but they trading all their players.
Okay.
That's a tank job. If I don't know what.
Shout out to Kyler Murray, man. Kyler Murray threw for 300 yards. First to throw for 300 yards in his first 2 games.
Did he get the win?
He didn't get the win, but come on, Eli. You going to hate on Kyler Murray? Come on, Eli.
Did he get the win?
Hold up, though.
You should have wanted him to get the win because Baltimore got the win.
And
you
he threw for
that.
300 yards on a top-ranked defense.
You should have wanted him to get the win.
That's impressive.
He was playing Baltimore. You should have wanted him to get the win.
Yeah, I wanted him to win.
Do you know who lost today? Pittsburgh.
Squealers.
Yeah, they did. They did.
0-2.
And Big Ben was out.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He got hurt. Drew Brees is out as well, and it is not looking good for the Saints. Rams up 27-9 at the moment. Dang, this dude is playing that I'm playing in my fantasy league, man. He got Pat Mahomes. They won 28-10.
What's the score on that?
I think last I saw I was losing like 65-2.
Oh,
But I still have Carson Wentz, Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, and the Jets defense going tonight.
Oh, okay.
So, speaking of, why in the world, Eli? Let me tell you this, Red. Let me tell you this, Red. Eli, I mean, he know what he's doing. Why in the world would you start Delaney Walker over Zach Ertz? Why would you do that?
Because Delaney Walker had 2 touchdowns last week.
Stop it, Eli. Come on, bro. You started Delaney Walker over Zach. You better hope that don't come back to haunt you.
Zach Ertz gonna ball tonight.
I mean, listen. I don't care what Delaney Walker done last week. If I got Zach Ertz is starting over Delaney Walker. Sorry.
This is why I know Zach Ertz gonna ball tonight, because last season Atlanta was ranked 28th in defending the tight end position.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Oh crap!
I looked at his bench and I'm like, I think you said that again. I don't really see.
Actually, I missed that.
I looked at his bench and I'm like, Zach Ertz is on the bench.
yeah.
I've got to switch that.
Like, why is Delaney Walker starting? And
So
I thought the
that-
same
yeah,
thing, Reg.
yeah.
I'm like, I know he didn't let
Yeah,
that.
it's a bro on me, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Yeah.
know he didn't get shook from that Browns game like that. He let Delaney over Zach Ertz. Nah, B, not happening at all.
Not against a team that's suspect against
No.
the tight end.
I should have started Terry McLaurin. I picked up Terry McLaurin on my fantasy team, and I didn't start him. He got me 8 points. I should have started. That's 8 points on my bench. But yeah, I got Carson and Deshaun, Carson Wentz, Deshaun Jackson, Le'Veon Bell, and Robbie Anderson and the Jets defense going all tonight and tomorrow. So maybe I can make up them 63 points with all that. I don't know. It's gonna be it. I mean, you get down in this league, you get down 65-2. You better have a quarterback, a couple receivers, and a running back still going, and the defense if you can get it. I went 2 tight ends. And I should have went 4 wide receivers because McLaurin would have at least got me 8 points.
I heard Le'Veon Bell is hurt.
They did an MRI on him and they came back negative. He didn't have any kind of damage.
Will he play on Monday night? That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
he's playing. I know you don't want him to play, but he's playing.
Hey, they already the quarterback already out.
This game got trap game written all over it.
This is a must win for us. I know it's only the second game of the season, but Sam Darnold not play. If the Jets starting quarterback not playing Monday night football game, and we cannot beat this team,
it's got trap game written all over it.
It's trap game written all over. We got to play this like
Hold
a
up.
playoff game.
Hold up, I gotta ask you a question, man.
Yo,
Didn't you say when I told you that Tennessee would not be an easy win, it's gonna be like 35-0 at halftime?
it fooled the heck out of me.
I just had to bring it up.
It fooled the heck out of me. That first drive, it was looking promising.
Yeah, right.
First drive was looking promising. Then nothing else happened after that.
Brock Janowitz coming up at 7:35. Yeah, this game has trap game written all over it. No Sam Darnold.
Greg Williams, the defensive
No
coordinator.
C.J. Mosley.
He knows Freddie Kitchens.
Mhm.
He know his offensive style. So it's not gonna be easy.
You know Greg got something.
Yeah,
Greg got something. You know he does. You know he does. But say Greg Williams is still salty as hell that he's not the head coach of the Cleveland Browns
Absolutely.
right now. I promise you that.
Did I not sit up on this show last year and say I prefer Greg Williams over Freddie Kitchens though?
Yep.
He was the head coach during the 5-game winning streak.
Yep.
You don't just hand that off to a guy that's never been a head coach before.
So the other game that is gone final. Oh man, I missed this one. Chicago beats Denver 16-14. So that game is gone final. KC beat Oakland 28-10. Dallas goes to 2-0. They beat Washington 31-21. That means the Eagles got to have it tonight because Dallas is 2-0 in the division. They got to have it tonight.
Could the Cowboys run the table?
Hell no, they ain't running no team.
Cowboys
In the
looking
division?
good, though. Cowboys looking good.
In the
though.
division? They ain't running it. They're not sleeping in the NFC East. You
I don't
bugging.
know what the hell got into Dak Prescott. I don't know what the hell got into Dak Prescott.
want his
with-
man.
money.
Hey, shout out, man. Shout out Maslin Tiger, former Buckeye, Devin Smith, man. He caught a touchdown pass today, even though he's a Cowboy. Shout out Devin Smith. Indianapolis beat Tennessee 19-17. Seattle beat Pittsburgh 28-26. Buffalo is 2-0. Bills beat the Giants 28-14.
That's the Giants, man.
Hey, you can only play who's on your schedule. Houston beat Jacksonville 13-12. Green Bay beat Minnesota 21-16. Detroit beat the Chargers 13-10. So Detroit's 2-0.
Oh, wow.
Look at San Francisco 41-17 over Cincinnati. So San Francisco is 2-0 if you need them. Baltimore is also 2-0. They beat Arizona 23-17. New England, as we said earlier, beat the Dolphins 43-0, and the Rams have beaten the Saints 27-9. That is now final. So Philadelphia and Atlanta coming up at 8:30, and then tomorrow night, Browns at the Jets from MetLife Stadium in New York. Actually, it's in New Jersey. Come on, New York. You can't find a spot in your city for. You gotta have your stadium in New Jersey. Should be the New Jersey Jets, not New York. All right, we will come back to that. Joining us right now on the phone line, he plays offensive line for the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders. He's a member of our Rising Stars list. His name is Brock Janowitz. He joins us now on the show. Brock, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing real good. How about you?
Doing fine, man. Thanks for taking time Mighty night to join us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right, man, let's get right to it. So, no way to sugarcoat it, man. Tough loss to South Range on Friday. What's the mentality of the team, and how do you guys get back in the win column?
Yeah, it was a tough loss. Going into next week, we're playing a big rival in Aquinas, so we want to put that behind us. And I trust in our team and in our coaches that we'll be able to put that in the rear view and get back to a good week of practice this week.
So how soon, Brock, after a loss like that, how soon, at least for you personally, do you want to kind of put that in the rear view? Do you kind of like spend, maybe Friday night just kind of thinking, maybe I could have done this, maybe I could have done that, and then Saturday it's out of there? How soon do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, after the game, you're always thinking of different things you could have done to change the outcome. But, we had our film session on Saturday, and after that, we kind of had a talk as a team and, ready to put that behind us and get moving again.
Now, for you, Brock, can you talk to those who might not know, can you talk about the importance of having good footwork as an offensive lineman and how that helps you?
Yeah, it's footwork's everything as an offensive lineman. It's getting off the ball quick and making sure you're moving your feet, because a lot of times there's guys faster than you on the defensive line, and you need to be able to get your feet set and be able to move them, because those guys are really quick.
Now, I know you said that there are some linemen faster than you, but I'm sure there are some linemen that aren't. Talk about that feeling, Brock, when you look across from you and you see this lineman and you know from the start, like, this guy, I'm going to eat this guy up tonight. This guy can't handle me. Talk about that feeling.
Yeah, when you have somebody like that, you kind of just know in your head, you're like, I got this guy, and you want to lock in. And once you get a hold of them, you just pretty much start driving your feet, and most of the time you're able to put them down. All
right, be honest, Brock. Do you when you got a game going like that, do you talk smack to him? Do you tell him, look, man, you couldn't get around me if I lay you down on the ground? Do you talk smack to him like that when it comes down to it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so let me ask you, Brock, which would you prefer? A 12-play, 87-yard drive where you run the ball 10 times out of 12, or a 3-play, 87-yard drive with all passes? Which would you prefer as a lineman?
Personally, as a lineman, I would like to drive the ball down the field and tire out the defense, just because I know that our defense is getting a break. But honestly, I trust our passing and running game right now. Our passing game's kind of been able to prosper more than our running game, but I think our running game's definitely going to start improving.
Can you talk, Brock, about the mentality that you and your line mates have in regards to your quarterback, as like, this is maybe like, this is our little brother, or this is we have to keep, our job is to keep him clean. Can you talk about the mentality that you guys have as a group?
Yeah, we're a really close group. Our linemen really trust in our quarterback. We know that he'll sit in the pocket for us, and he'll make sure he gets out if he needs to. But we're all on the same page, and just we've kind of built a kind of trust between each other, and it just helps so much.
Can you talk, Brock, about your role as a senior leader on that team, and how do you embrace that when it comes to things like helping the younger guys along?
Yeah, I honestly love it. So right now we have 3 seniors on the offensive line, and I'm the only returning senior starter. So it was kind of a work in progress throughout the preseason, just making sure all the guys fit in their roles and stuff like that. But, always encouragement, never getting down on any of the other linemen, just because throughout a long game, everyone's going to have their bad plays. But in the end, you want to make sure that everybody's still got a positive attitude.
Brock Janowitz from Canton Central Catholic is our guest. Brock, can you talk about the anonymity of an offensive lineman? Because usually you guys only get your name called when you do something wrong. So you guys really prefer to stay anonymous. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So now, in your opinion, though, what is the What's the biggest misconception that people have about offensive linemen, in your opinion?
In my opinion, like you said, offensive linemen are normally being looked at when something wrong's happening. But you got to think that every play, anytime something good's happening, that the offensive line gets credit for that too. So we're pretty easy to blame, but you always got to think of the positive side too.
Absolutely. Now, Brock, how do you, as a senior on that team and having the responsibility that you do, how do you, in your own way, balance the responsibility you have to football with the responsibility that you have to academics and making sure that you're on point on that side of it?
I take academics very seriously. I make sure after practice every night, I come home and get my homework done. And it's a pretty smooth transition, academics to athletics, just because I'm very focused on school. And I know that football, it doesn't last forever. So, and then school is going to be what ends up making it for me in the long run.
Absolutely. So now, speaking of that, have you been in contact with any schools at all? Anything you can speak on, at least, that you've been in contact with any kind of schools so far?
Yeah. So right now I'm being recruited in football and track.
Okay.
And on the football side of things, a lot of D2 and 3 schools in Ohio have been looking at me, and I'm pretty much in heavy talks right now with Denison and Case Western.
Okay. Now, what do you do in track? I'm because you're lineman. I'm gonna guess shot put. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna guess shot put. Is that what you do in track?
I do throw. I throw the discus and weight for indoor.
Oh, okay. So now, how does that help you on the football field? Does that translate to the football field at all, or not really?
Yeah, it definitely does. The biggest thing I would say is probably with your hips. Every football player, no matter which position you play, needs to have good hips, and I've noticed that tracks really help that.
Can you talk to us, Brock, about your family and and how their support has kind of helped you along? I see sometimes when I'm on our Twitter page, I see your father's out there. He's got your back. He's supporting you, retweeting stuff about you. Can you talk about your family and how their support has helped you along the way?
Yeah, I can't thank them enough. My mom and dad are always there for me. My dad, all the time, is always out, whether it's football or track. He coached me all the way through 8th grade, and then him and I go out every weekend and throw. So him and I have a really close connection. And then my mom, she's always there too. Whenever I don't have a good game or something, and my dad's pretty mad at me, she's always there to cheer me up.
I was going to say, are your parents, let's just say, are they vocal in the stands, or do they kind of? Do you ever hear them out there, or are they kind of silent when they're watching you play?
My dad is pretty vocal with me. He lets me know what I'm doing wrong, but my mom, she pretty much is there for the moral support side, and I know she's always cheering for me, but she's more of the one-on-one talks with me.
Who would you, if you had to, Brock, if someone asked you to model, or not, I guess model, to compare yourself to one tackle in the NFL, who would you compare your game to most?
I know he doesn't play in the NFL anymore, but Joe Thomas.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. One of my coaches, he's always calling me Joe Thomas at practice. So
that's awesome. Listen, hey, Brock, man, thank you so much for coming on and joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We're glad we were able to add you to the Rising Stars list, and we really hope to get down to Central Catholic to see you guys play, and give our best to your family. Thanks for supporting our show. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. What you guys do is amazing.
You got it, Brock. Thank you. We appreciate that, man. We'll be talking to you soon, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Have a good one. Brock Janowitz from the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders. Stark County, I told you, man, we got you tonight. I like that, man. It's Mom. Really, what I bet happens is that Dad is in the stands going off, and Mom is in there like, "Listen, man, would you calm down, please? Okay, it was one play. He'll be all right. Relax." I bet that's how it goes. If I'm just thinking of how the mother-father dynamic works when it comes to high school athletes, because we see it when we're out there. We see it, we hear it too. I mean, Reg,
Yeah.
so if you were is that how it go with you? Because your son plays for Glenville,
Right.
so you watching the game. Are you getting on your son and Erica's calming you down, or you guys both getting on him?
It's a lot.
I seen it.
It's a lot of mixed emotions because I'm out there, I'm doing my job, and then I see stuff that he's not doing that I know he's supposed to be doing. So I have to try to interact with him and then stay focused on what I'm doing. And then I hear her, tell him to do this, tell him to do that.
I've seen it. I seen it in that Heights game, man.
What's your biggest pet peeve when he doesn't do something? What's your biggest pet peeve?
All right, so he's the starting defensive end. He has a consistent problem with letting the lineman get his hands on him, and then he gets stuck, and he go for that ride.
It's a wrap.
I tell him, you have to use your hands. Your hands is the best thing you can be at a defensive end to keep a lineman from getting his hands inside your body.
Yep.
You know what I did, honestly? Because my nephew plays defensive end for Eastlake North, and I tell him, I've been telling him, you need to get a move.
Mm-hmm.
So go to YouTube, study Bruce Smith, study Dwight Freeney, study Julius Pepper. You need to get a move.
Absolutely.
Or use the steering wheel technique.
Yeah.
Steering wheel technique. If he going right, you got to push him that. If he going this way, you got to push him that way.
Honestly, that spin move, Dwight
Yeah.
Freeney, if you can perfect that, it's a rate. Because once you get that lineman committed that you going all the way outside and you come back in, he can't come back that quick.
Absolutely.
He can't come back that quick.
I tell him all the time, this is not Muni League no more. You're not going to get over every time off of power and
Nope.
speed.
Sure
Those
won't.
it's some linemen out here 300 pounds, 6'5", and benching 275, 300 pounds. Once they get their hands on you, you're going
It's
for a
wrap.
ride.
It's a wrap. That's it. Yeah. Once if they get their hands on you and locked in, they're gonna take you wherever they want to take you.
Exactly.
You got to, and that's why as a defensive end, your hand speed and your hand quickness has got to be on point. Because when they try to get their hands, you get them hands off you quick and make that inside move or whatever you want to do. Yeah, you got to have that.
It's not how fast you are; it's how quick you are.
It's a legal fight. You can use your hands. You can
right.
punch down on their hands.
Yeah.
You can do
anything.
all that.
You can do all that. But if somebody like Brock get their hands on you, forget about it. It's
Going
a wrap.
for a ride.
You're going for a ride. see, I'll see you 10 yards downfield, young man. You gonna be looking around like, what happened?
And you better not fall because he's going to fall
Oh
on
yeah,
you.
he's gonna fall on you for sure.
Pancake.
Believe that.
Pancake.
Believe it. Yeah. Believe that. Cause they want, and I know, and I should have asked him this if he was on. Brock could tell you. Well, he may not tell you. He may play coy, but if they get a chance to fall, they gonna fall on you. That's gonna happen, and it will be legal too. You can't let them follow. You can't let them. I'm telling you, man.
That's what my father told me to do. Use my hands.
You got to.
You gotta use your hands.
You have to. So yeah, man. It's and it's like I was saying. I'm sure most of these offensive linemen would like to stay anonymous because you really only hear their names when they do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a 75-yard run, you don't hear hole open by Brock Janet. You don't hear that. Let him false start. You know what I'm saying?
You know who I would love to coach? Like honestly, on defense.
Who's that?
Defense, the defensive line. I mean, I'm all about getting to the quarterback, man, and making tackles. I would love to teach the defensive line, man.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So what would your would you if I was doing it? I would probably bring in. I would probably want to keep a couple extra defensive linemen, so I could bring my guys in fresh and have them fresh and rotate them in and out. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't you do that, Red? You did some of that too when you
What's that?
coach defensive line. Did you do that a little bit, or no? You mostly on offense.
Yeah, I just control the offense.
Red just said, I don't need defense. I'm gonna just coach your offense.
I love the defense.
I don't know. It's just something about getting to the quarterback and making it at stop.
It's the game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Brock, man. We appreciate that. Thanks for coming through, Brock. We appreciate it. Man, we're gonna get to some of these scores. Coach Reed is coming up at 8:15. It was some barbecue chicken being served up, without question.
Extra sauce.
Yeah. So let's just start with the first one off the bat, man. I'm gonna just get it out the way. Benedictine beat Cleveland Central Catholic 72-8.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. You got barbecue.
72-8.
Hello? Good, how you doing? I don't even. Is my mic on? Yeah.
Come on, E. All right, let all right, so E turned my mic off. My bad. We had a little technical thing over. E turned my mic off. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, get my mic on? What's going on? Yeah. All right, so let's do this. You got it? All right, let's go to the phone line because we have a very special guest on the line. So we'll bring him on right before we bring on Magnus Haynes at 8 o'clock. We'll bring him on. He is the father of former St. Ed's running back, friend of the show, family, whatever you want to call it. His name is, Jerome Castleberry, and he joins us right now on the line. Mr. Castleberry, how you doing?
Oh, man, I'm fantastic. How you doing, my brother?
Man, we doing good. We doing real good. Now, listen, I can't lie. You know, we did clown your son's team a little bit after that game against Army. I'm not gonna lie, we clowned him a little bit, but this is, it is what it is. They got the dub. I guess it's all that matters. They got the dub, right?
No, we've known each other long enough now that that don't sit well with me. I consider that you have been a win and a loss.
Yeah.
Those Army boys, those cadets deserve to win. They kind of shot themselves in the foot.
It'll be a loss.
We had a horrible outing.
Well, it'll be a loss. It could be a loss towards the end of the season, depending on, when the board starts looking at games and quality wins and things like that. That Army game might come back to haunt them. Who knows? Depending on where they are in the standings. But it'll be a win right now, but it could come back to haunt them later on. So, again, you can only play what's on your schedule. They got the dub. They got out there with it. So it is what it is. So, how's everything with you guys? How's everything with the family? How's everything with Jalen?
Everything is good, but I wanted to especially call it, and I know my man Reg is there. I'm about to drop a little something on you, man.
What's going on?
We got that Michigan gear that you about to pick up. We got Jordan got you taken care of, bro. And I know you got your Ohio State colors on tonight.
I do.
The Cam
Red, Cam do.
In the studio.
Hey, but you know what it is, man. We said if he got it, man, we gonna take that.
Absolutely.
He got it.
We seen Jordan yesterday at the game too.
Oh man, yeah. They had a bye week, so yeah, he was home. And
he was at Cleveland Heights Chamber.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out, Jordan. I didn't know that. Shout out. I wish I could have been there, man. I didn't know that, man. That's what's up. So yeah, hey, listen. If he got it, we'll take it. And we know he played. Listen, man, that's nothing, man. Jordan, that's family right there. We'll take that. That's for sure.
He told me.
I told the brother. I said, make sure you talk to who you need to talk to and all that good stuff. So I actually took him back to Ann Arbor today, and so he says he does have a helmet that they're gonna sign out to him and release to him, and I'll be able to get it to you guys.
Nice,
So,
All right.
He told us yesterday he bench pressing 345 and he's squatting 650. That's very impressive.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I got you, and then, I got some friends of mine that are Michigan fans, and I'm telling them like, you guys got a young bull up there. His name is Jordan Castleberry. You got to watch out for him. He coming.
He's coming, man. The one thing is Jordan told me some of the packages that they're working with now more so favors him. It's because their running backs are in a package situation. And I told him, I said, patience. This is a totally different level. I said, we're going to be fine. I said, and I trust what they told us about creating a situation for you to get played. They said we'll be into Big Ten play, and depending on who they're playing, I said that's how they're going to consider you. I was like, I told him this, guys. I said, the only thing that this family has ever asked for since you guys have played, since you were 5 years old, is a chance.
Yep.
I was like, once they call your number, I was like, then they understand that they can't get it done without you. I was like, so it's your responsibility to answer the bell when it's rang. And that's how we've always done it. That's how the boys at St. Ed's is doing it now. They, Jalen is doing a great job.
Yes,
he just
he
came
is.
back from Penn State Saturday because Penn State and he won the DB cap at Michigan. He balled out at Penn State and Miami of Ohio and several other schools. There's about 8 schools now that are really, really interested in him. So he's doing a great job. The baby boy, the next to the baby, the 10th grader is doing a great job, guys. He balled out against Cathedral Prep yesterday.
Yep.
Had a beautiful 70-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Nice.
So they're coming along good. Their grades are good. They're working hard, and so I'm happy to tell you guys that.
Please tell me that Ohio State is one of those teams that Jalen is talking to.
Well, yeah, Jalen actually did really, really well at the Ohio State camp.
Okay.
The DB coach and the wide receiver coach, they are showing Jalen a lot of love. When you're dealing with Ohio State, which is just a machine,
right?
The first thing with Ohio State is their eye test. Jalen passes the eye test with him.
Yep.
Because of his height and size, that gets you that first look. But then when they got a chance to see him play, when he was on his college tour during the summer and all that good stuff, we've got a lot of real good feedback. But there are certain schools that I can't say right now, guys, that have told us that they definitely want to offer. They just want to get the official visits out of the way, and we'll see how it works out.
Nice. It's got to be so great for you guys as parents, man, to see your boys thriving like that, man. And we happy for you guys, man. We really happy for you guys that it's happening like that.
Absolutely.
And
we do it all together. What you guys do, again, I'll say it to you again. I don't know if I know you guys know, but from my lane, from my perspective, what you guys do for these kids. When I talk to recruiters and coaches and stuff, and when they say, "Oh well, man, the Quad brothers was talking about your kids, this and that." When you talk to other parents, you talk to other coaches from other schools, they know about you guys.
Nice.
And so that helps to open doors for kids.
Absolutely, man. And we can't thank you guys enough for the support, man. We really, really appreciate it. You are welcome here anytime. We have to run because we got a guest coming at 8 o'clock. But listen, Mr. Castleberry,
absolutely.
Thank you so much for the support, man. We really appreciate it. Hey, tell Jordan good looking out on the gear. We're going to display it prominently. Believe that. Trust and believe it. We really
already got a spot on the wall for it.
Yes, sir.
Look, what is Red so quiet for, man?
No, I'm talking. I'm the one that just
talking?
Yeah, I'm talking.
All right, hey,
Look,
Mr.
when I call the show, I'm usually looking for a fight between the three of y'all.
No, Phil ain't
he
here.
think about Phil.
Phil is the one that usually facilitate the fights. But Phil is out tonight, so that'd be Phil. But hey, Mr. Castleberry, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We gotta run, but we really appreciate your support. Hey, know you're welcome to call anytime.
I really love you, brothers, man.
Love you too, man. Take it easy.
All right, take care.
You got it. Jerome Castleberry, father of Jordan and Jalen.
Jordan bench pressing 345.
And we are going. You got it, E? You good? Okay. We're going to jump right from one phone call to the next phone call. Join us right now on the phone line. He is the kicker for the Massillon Tigers. His name is Magnus Haynes. He joins us on the show. Magnus, how you doing tonight, man?
Good. How about you?
Doing fine, man. Thanks for taking time out of your night to join us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem. We had to have you on, man. So listen, Magnus, let's get right to it. Can you talk to us and for those who may not know talk about the feeling you get knowing that you are a specialist and not everybody can do what you do when you're out there on the football field.
Being a specialist is, obviously my job. I love doing it, and I love doing what it takes to make my team better.
Now, I saw you posted it on Twitter a while ago. You had a 70-yard kickoff. Am I accurate in that?
It was a punt, actually.
70-yard punt.
Wow.
What do you pressing? When you do a leg press, man? What's your max on a leg press, Magnus?
So I don't really leg press at practice, but we do squat, and about 295 for about 5 reps.
Okay.
That's 2 sets of 5. So I'm getting up there.
What else do you do as a kicker? What else do you do to kind of get your leg strength up and build it up?
So I have a couple bands that I use to help my leg speed whenever I'm punting, and that helps with my kickoffs as well. So it just helps with my leg speed and getting the ball off faster.
Let me ask you, Magnus, why do you think it is that a lot of times kickers are labeled as not being quote-unquote real football players? Why do you think that is?
We don't really play a huge role. Now, let me take that back. We do play a huge role,
yes,
but
you do.
We're not on the field 24/7 like other players are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why they might think that or say that we're not real football players when we are putting in just as much work as they are. And even at practice, they don't see what we're doing out there, but we're doing our best to make the team better.
All I know is that when they need the 40-yarder, they're not calling the tackle to come out and do it. They're calling the Magnus. So let me ask you this. So speaking of that, you're setting up for a 40-yard field goal into the wind. Take us through what you have to do to have a successful kick.
So I usually do kickoffs and punts. Field goals are my best friend Alex Bauer.
Okay.
But whenever we're working on that at practice, you want to not think about the wind and think about keeping your eye on the ball and just doing what you do on a normal day without any wind, and everything will be all right. So
now, what's the secret to directional punting? Because I know a lot of punters, they want to try to get that ball inside the 20, inside the 10, if they can.
Mm-hmm.
What's the secret to a good directional punt?
It's all about your steps you take and the drop you have. So if you want to go right, obviously you're going to take, right steps. And if you're going to go left, then you want to take left steps. But I'm more of if I step right, I can punt left. But if I step right, I can punt right. So I'm kind of like a weird punter. So it doesn't really – whenever I want to punt left, I don't really go left. I just go kind of straight, and then my ball goes left because of the way I punt.
So you, I guess you could say you're ambidextrous with your legs. You can punt from either foot. How does that work, and how do you get to develop that sort of skill you can do with either leg?
So I only punt with my right leg, but the way I drop the ball and the way I have my swing, whenever I swing, my leg doesn't go all the way straight up. It kind of goes on the left side of my body. So I don't really have to take as many steps left as I do whenever I punt right. And it's actually harder for me to punt right than it is left, which is kind of funny.
Magnus Haynes of the Mouse Tigers is our guest. So Magnus, talk about that? Like when you nail it, like when you punt and you're trying to pin a team way back, as far back as possible. Are there times when as soon as that ball leaves your foot, you're like, that's it. That's the one I was looking for. I got it. How does that feel? Do you know it sometimes as soon as it leaves your foot?
Yes. So I don't really watch the ball right when it goes off. I keep my eyes down, and I just feel it, and I'll be like in my head, wow, that was a nice ball. And I look up, and that thing's soaring. It's pretty beautiful.
But you also, once the ball leaves your foot, you also now have to keep your head on the swivel, correct? Because there are some players out there that are going to be trying to get a shot on the kicker, especially during a return. So you kind of have to keep your head on the swivel as soon as you kick it, correct?
Yes, I kind of have to do 2 tasks at one time. I catch the ball, I take a quick glance up, and then I keep my eye on the ball until I punt it.
How much do you practice or work on tackling technique, is that something that they have you do at all when you're at practice?
No, not really at all. It's more just on perfecting my punt and my kickoffs at practice, and I trust my guys to make the tackle whenever I kick the ball off and punt it off.
Can you talk about the importance of having a good relationship with your long snapper? Like, you guys have to be on the same page and to get to the point where he knows how you want it every kick, right? Can you talk about the relationship you guys have to make that successful?
So me and my snapper, Caden, we're pretty good friends, and he's a really good snapper. We've both improved since last year, and he puts the ball right where I want it every time.
Talk about Coach Moore, Magnus, and how it is playing for him, and the relationship that you have, and how much does he really emphasize special teams as well?
Yes, he cares a lot about special teams, and he just wants us to do our job, and he wants me to get the ball off fast so that a catastrophe doesn't happen and we have a blocked punt.
Now, for those that may not be familiar with it, I'm not sure how they wouldn't be, but for those that may not be familiar with it, can you talk about the prestige that comes with playing for Massillon and how you deal with that?
Coming from Massillon and playing for Massillon my whole life, I don't really know how outsiders see it, but playing for Massillon, you do it for the city, you do it for your team. It's just a love for the game, and that's really all I can say is, you do it for the brother next to you on the field, mm-hmm. and that's really all that matters.
Now, you're a junior, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that work, Magnus, being a partner? How does that work when it comes to, recruiting? Do you get calls and letters from schools, or how does that work, or is it usually a situation where you already know you may have to go to a school and walk on? How does that work for specialists like yourself?
So specialists, it's usually their junior and senior year when they start to get called out. I actually just went on my first visit to Toledo, and that was a blast. I loved it. But to get recruited, you have to go to camps, and you have to understand that, they're not always looking for a punter or a kicker, and mm-hmm. when they are, they're only looking for one. So, you always want to be the best you can be and always show out, I guess.
Now, Magnus, is it a myth that if you're good at soccer, you can be good at being a punter or a kicker? Is that a myth, or is that pretty much true?
I think it's a myth. I've never played soccer, so I can't really say. I have had friends that have done both, and they've been pretty good, but I have never played soccer, so I'm a strict football player, and I actually transitioned to only a kicker my sophomore year. My freshman year and the years before that, I played other positions like linebacker, receiver, and a little bit of quarterback as well.
Oh, so you don't have any problem then with the tag? You play linebacker? Yeah, you're good out there. They should be looking out for you, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because we ask this of everybody that comes on, junior, senior. We ask them all because we have an alum on our staff. You were talking about schools that you've gone to, camps you've gone to. Any correspondence at all? Any camp visit with Bowling Green?
You said Bowling Green, right?
Yep.
I have not talked to them, and I'm not really too familiar with their football program, but I have heard that they have some pretty good specialists there.
Eli, get your boys, man.
Well, we need another specialist on our for the Falcons.
All right, listen, hey Magnus, man, thank you so much for coming on, taking time out of your night. We really appreciate it, and we went down to Massillon for the first time last year. It was phenomenal, and we are going to do everything we can to get down to see you guys this year. Thanks again so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You got it, man. Have a good one, okay?
Thanks, you too.
All right. Magnus Haynes of the Massillon Tigers. Now, I'll be honest. I thought he was a place kicker. He sounds like he's more of a punter. He can place kick, but his main thing is punter. But that's neither here nor there. That's whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's and we said it before. Look, man, special teams are very important. You got a 15-13 game, and you want to make sure that the team is getting the ball back. You want to make sure that team has to go a long way. You want that punter to put that ball inside the 10 if they can.
Yesterday at that Heights and Shaker game, Heights got a very good kicker.
Yes, they do.
He was money on those field goals.
There you go.
It's like you said, you can't stress the importance enough. Special teams wins and loses games every single week.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. And you're right, you can't stress it enough. And, those people out there who for some reason or another think that kickers aren't real players, like, that's crazy.
For a perfect example, like you said, yesterday we were at the game. Me and Eli were at the game. The very first possession of the game, we thought, Shaker might.
Yeah,
Shaker looked like they're too much for Cleveland Heights. They had the ball from 12 minutes to 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. They got all the way in the red zone. They lined up and kick a field goal. Guess what? The field goal got blocked and got returned for a touchdown. And the game, that was the game
changer. Off to the races. Special teams.
They never seen the light again.
Every time. Eli, how long we got for that? We got time to take a quick break?
It's 8:10 now. Coach is going to call in at 8:15.
Let's stay. Coach will be calling in 5 minutes or so. So shout out to Magnus Haynes, man. Shout out to Magnus Haynes, Brandon Alexander, and Brock Janovich. Everybody came through tonight. We really appreciate that. I mean, that was, man. I actually really enjoyed that conversation with Magnus. Because, we try to get perspectives from all sides. And that was the first time that we've had a place kicker / punter on our show. The very first time. And I learned a lot of that. I figured if you were good at soccer, I remember we used to say, there's got to be somebody that plays soccer at that school that can kick. According to Magnus, just because you can play soccer doesn't mean you can be a place kicker or a punter. Mm-hmm. Just because you can play soccer, that doesn't mean anything. So maybe that whole thing with Carly Lloyd, the U.S. women's soccer player that wants to try to play, I mean, maybe she does. She does need a year to practice. Because just because you can play soccer doesn't mean you can kick. So who knows? Sorry, I'm looking at Twitter here. My bad. Eagles and Falcons kick it off at 8:30 tonight.
I'm relying on that defense, that Eagles defense. Stop Austin Hooper.
I mean, if they don't, hopefully they don't let them score twice. But they scored, 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Why do you want me to lose so bad?
The Eagles pretty good against tight ends, though.
So you might be all right.
Okay.
I still don't believe you started Austin Hooper over Zach Ertz. What were you thinking?
No.
The other guy's got Austin
I
Hooper.
forgot to set that type of line, the tight end lineup. I should have started Zach Ertz.
I don't know, man. I think I might have hurt myself by going 2 tight ends because George Kittle and T.J. Hockenson didn't give me jack today. Nothing. So now I have to rely on Carson Wentz, Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, Deshaun Jackson, and the Jets defense. That's what I got going left. And last I checked, I was down 65-2.
Ooh.
Right. Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. But I know I'm down. I know that much. But because I got a quarterback, I got a great running back. I can still make it happen. See, I can come back.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Just stay humble.
You got to stay humble, Mr. Train getting ready to roll.
I'm telling you, when I start winning, this train is going to roll.
Congratulations, Eli. You won 1 game. Congrats.
It's gonna be 2.
So you 1-1?
Yeah, he'll be 1-1 unless Austin Hooper somehow goes off tonight. If Austin Hooper scores twice, Eli is done because you don't have anybody else going.
No.
So if Austin Hooper scores twice tonight, Eli is done.
I feel kind of good.
You're probably all right. I hope. Yeah. Part of it, 90% of me hopes that you win. Mm-hmm. The other 10% is like just let Austin Hooper score twice, but the Falcons lose 28-14. Let just both of those scores come from Austin Hooper.
It's a Julio night tonight, though.
Julio
only had 1 reception last week. They're gonna force him the ball tonight.
Well, he'll be going up against Ronald Darby, I think.
Who's that?
The cornerback for the Eagles. No, don't sleep on Ronald Darby.
He nice.
Yeah, don't sleep on Ronald Darby.
Don't
sleep on Ronald Darby.
Your man guy only got 1 reception last week. He gonna be calling for the ball this week.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I say though. That's what I say about Ronald Darby, or whoever the hell his name is.
Reg, tell him about Ronald. I mean,
he's nice.
He's nice, man.
Nice,
Ronald Darby, he's a good cornerback.
Okay, all right.
He's a good cornerback. You need to be worried about your squad. Don't worry about my squad.
Don't you worry about my
squad. You need to be worried about your squad getting the win because we got to win already. You need one, and you need it in a bad way tomorrow night. That's facts. You need that win because if they go 0-2, oh my Lord Jesus! If the Browns go 0-2 tomorrow night, it's going. This city.
I'm done.
You done?
I'm not watching no more Browns. If we lose to the Jets without Sam Darnold, I'm not watching no more. It's highly unlikely we making the playoffs 0-2, and we lost to the Jets and the Tennessee Titans. I'm done.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're done.
I said I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
Everything on the silver platter for us, man. Sam Darnold not playing. DeLavion banged up. Make it happen.
I think Quentin Williams is not playing.
And Quincy Enunwa.
Oh, Quentin Williams is out too?
I think so.
All right, man. So we'll go back to that conversation, but you know what time it is. Join us on the phone line. Coach Riz. Coach is good.
Hey, guys. Hey, thanks for having me, as always. What's going on?
Coach, man, we had a good weekend with these games.
Yes, I was looking at the high school games. I was very happy. We had some good picks there.
So Reggie didn't send in his picks, so Reggie will be going 0-15 for this week, Coach, because Reggie did not send in his picks. So because I put him down for Hoban, and Iggy beat Hoban. And
I tell you what, I was I sent you a text. It was the first half. It looked like Hoban against everybody, and it was Iggy stayed true and ran the ball, and then he started stopping the run. And credit goes to Iggy. Two really good football programs. You hate to be the next team plays Hoban. I will tell you that. But very good football game. Two really good teams. That one shocked me a little bit, though. I thought Hoban was. I think Hoban's on another level, but Iggy is Iggy, and they've had a lot of big wins over the years.
And Coach, you figure Hoban's on a 30-something winning game streak. It has to come to an end at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, they're they've beaten such quality teams. They've beaten too. They've beaten some really, really good teams over the last couple of years. So, like I said, Iggy's Iggy, and big win for Iggy for sure.
No shame in losing to Iggy.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through. I'm tallying everything up here. I'm tallying it all up so I can see what we got going on here because I think some things might be changing here. I'm just trying to tally that real quick.
Oh,
because I think Eli's lead might be gone.
Oh, come on.
So I'm looking to see what Coach did. Ooh, Reg, that 0-15 gonna kill you, bro.
I know it is.
It's gonna kill you, Reg. But I'm looking at Coach. I think Coach might have a lead here. I think you might have a lead, Coach. I'm gonna tally it up, but I think you might have a lead here. So basically, what happened is this week, I went 11-4. Phil went 12-3. Eli went 10-5, and Coach went 12-3.
Oh,
Coach would have went 13-2, but he picked Lutheran West to beat Lutheran East, or he would have went 15.
That was it.
Yeah.
I didn't do my homework on that one. I'm not the only one. I hope I would still pick. Who's the other one I lost? The other one I would still pick. The Lutheran.
You lost Garfield.
I felt. Yeah. I would have picked Garfield. I still would have. Craig goes Bedford. A game was. They beat him up pretty good, but at that point in time when I picked it, I would have picked Garfield. But the Lutheran one was up in the air. I should have went with you guys on that one. That was a bad pick. 12-3, I'll take it though.
So let me finish tallying this up here, and we'll see what we have. Ooh, Reg.
Ugly.
Let's see. 82 and okay. So right now, what we're saying at is I am at 26-19. Phil is at 31-14. Eli's at 31-14. Reg, that 0-15 drops you to 20-25. You are 5 games under 500, sir. Go ahead and look at the belt. I don't think you'll be touching it this year. And Coach is at 32-13. So Coach has the lead by 1 game.
Mathematically, I'm not out of it yet, though. Mathematically, I'm not out of it.
You keep telling yourself that, Reg. You keep telling yourself that. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get to the predictions. Well, I'm sure Phil will send us his. Let's go ahead and get to the predictions. So we'll go for Week 4. First game on the docket. Menor at Elyria. Malaria, listen, man. Hold on, give me Minner, man.
I'll take a minute also.
Yeah, give me Minner.
You tried last week, though. I got to give you credit. You tried to
I
get
tried it.
I
I tried to hop back on the train, and
Robert says you they jinx it, Kev.
I must be. That's okay. You ain't got to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it, Robert. It's all good. All right, Coach.
Menor.
All right, Eli. I know you got Minner too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, I'm just writing it down here. Hold on. Okay, and
he'll take a minute too.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt. All right, so we all have Mentor. All right. So next up, Brunswick at Solon.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna take Brunswick. I'm gonna take Brunswick on the road. I'm taking Brunswick.
I'm going Solon.
I'm going to go Solon. That was my shocking game last week. That Solon score was shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Solon won't play bad 2 weeks in a row. I'm going Solon.
Eli?
I'm going to go with Solon.
All right. I'm the only one so far that's taking Brunswick. Mayfield at Brush in the rivalry game. I am going to take Mayfield.
I'm going Mayfield.
Who's that again?
Mayfield at Brush.
You know what? In that rivalry game, I'm going to have to go with Brush.
Okay. All right. Coach?
I'm going Mayfield. He's got it going a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Hold on, wait a minute. So Eli picked Solon. I put it on the field. Sorry. Okay, and we'll get Phil's pick later. All right, Coach. Gut check time. Normandy at Garfield Heights. I'm gonna let you pick first.
Well, like I said, I've been out long enough. I'm going for the wins. I'm going for the belt. So, but however, in this one, it's all Garfield. All Garfield. Norm is really struggling. Really struggling.
All right, I'm gonna follow Coach's lead. I'm gonna take Garfield too. Reg.
I gotta try to make ground up, so I'm gonna go opposite. I'm going Normandy.
Woo! Okay. All right, Eli.
Give me them Bulldogs, man.
All right. So next up, Villa Angela St. Joseph at Warrensville. I'm gonna take Villa Angela St. Joseph. I'm taking VAS. Coach.
You know what? Joe's lost to real close, 28-25, to a really pretty solid Chicago CBCC team.
Okay.
Who just they've been playing everybody well. They had a good week. They just beat Revere this week, who was pretty solid. My guy will get it going at Warrensville, but it's going to take him some time. So I'm going Joe's.
Eli, I already know where you're going.
I don't like the W. Yeah.
And
I'm going with St. Joe's. I don't trust Warrensville.
All right. So, Iggy at DeMatha Catholic out of Maryland. I mean, coming off of that win at Hoban, and they got to travel to Maryland to play a game. I'm still taking Iggy. I'm taking Iggy. Coach?
I'm going to DeMatha for everything you just said. It's that big beat in Hoban is huge. They got to travel. Schedule's been brutal. DeMatha is really, really good. It's their top 20 in the country. I'm going DeMatha. Though it wouldn't shock me if Iggy wins. I just think it's going to be, for everything you said, I think it's going to be tough.
All right. Eli.
I'm right along with you, Coach. That trip to Maryland and everything, they're going to be tired, whatnot, and I got to go with DeMatha.
Reg?
I'm going with Iggy. I think the game against Hoban really started them up, and they about to get it rolling.
That is do you think about that 3-game stretch? That's Minner, Hoban, and now DeMatha Catholic, and they got to go to Maryland.
And Nation's known for winning, though. They gonna get it going.
They are.
Yep.
All right. Cincinnati Elder at St. Ed's. Coach?
Eds.
I will take Eds myself. Eli?
I'm going to go with Eds.
Reggie?
I'm going Eds.
All right. We'll get Phil's pick later. Cleveland Central Catholic at Bedford. I will take Bedford. Coach?
Bedford for sure.
Eli?
Gotta go with Bedford.
Reggie?
I'm going Central Catholic.
Whoa!
You realize that Benedictine just beat Central Catholic 72-8. You realize that, don't you?
I understand that.
All right. Coach, let me ask you, man, as a former honestly, Coach, what do you say to your team after you get beat 72-8? Like, what do you say to your team after a game like that?
Well, unfortunately, I did it long enough where I've been on both ends of those, and basically, I mean, it's a gut check, and you got to figure out, and it sounds kind of simple, but you got to figure out what you do good, what you do well. You got to kind of maximize that. You can't come in uptight because the kids already know, and they're waiting for you to be uptight. So you come in and you go back to work. I mean, that's kind of the way, I've always treated it. You got to go back to work. No one feels bad for you. It's a brutal world, but no one feels bad for you. The next team doesn't feel bad for you. So you got to go back to work and get going for the next week. And it's hard. It's hard with high school kids. My dad was really, really good at it. I learned from him. But basically, you got to go back to work. And, it's funny, but it's one game. It's like the Browns. It's one game. And you got to move forward. And, I'm not real big on that score. I don't like, it's hard to score 78 points, with the running clock. So I'm not big on, people, everybody's different, but I always come back to their kids and, you're going to be on the other end of those sometimes. So the scores usually never got that bad either way when I was coaching because, you can call off the dogs and make the score a little bit more respectable, but to each his own. But yeah, that's a tough one. It's sometimes tough when it sounds weird, but it's tough when you're the team that scores when you win that big too, because you're a little bit inflated too, and your kids come back a little bit. That's hard too as well.
But Coach, real quick, Ray, before you get so you say you can call off the dogs, but I mean, can you? What if you're already you put your backups in, you're running the ball all the time, and they still can't stop you? Do you just have to just let what happens happen at that point?
Yeah, well, I think if the intent is there, you obviously got to let the kids play, and if the intent is that you're going to run the ball and you're going to be simple and you're going to do, you're being very, but you can slow it down. You can slow down your offense if you're, I was a no huddle guy, fast guy. You can slow it down, wait till that clock runs down. You can tell the refs, hey, be slow with that whistle. There's certain things you can do. Obviously, you got to have your kids play. Everybody. I'm up the age where if it's 2-0 or 40-0, a win is a win is a win.
Right.
And it's how I feel. No one remembers the scores. Everybody remembers the record. So it's hard. And especially if you're that much better. If you're that much better than a team, it's hard because sometimes your backups will be better than their starters too. So and they're coming out. Sometimes your backups come in and they're ready to play. They haven't played very much and they're ready to go. So if you're running the ball and you're being, it's part of life. I mean, it's not fun. The running clock has helped with that a lot. That's for sure.
I don't know what the hell Coach CC was doing Friday night, but I know my guy Coach Lundy, he gonna have him ready to play against Bedford. So that's why I'm going with CC.
I hope so, because all right, let's get back. Let's get back.
Not
to
easy, not fun. Those aren't fun.
Not at all. All right. So next up, Shaker at Strongsville. Shaker coming off a bad loss to Cleveland Heights. And Strongsville has looked pretty good this season. I'm going to go Strongsville. Coach?
I'm going Strongsville all the way.
Okay. Eli?
Strongsville.
Reg?
I'm going Strongsville also. I seen enough of Shaker. They Victor Ford or nothing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you got to have more than that. Barberton at Highland. Coach?
I'll tell you what, Highland's always been good. They think they're a little bit down for them. They've had, supposedly they've been pretty good. Barberton's a good football team. They had a couple. They played poorly last week before, but at Barberton for sure.
All right. You know what? They haven't really, except for that one hiccup against. I can't remember who. I was there too, and I don't remember who. Oh, Stowe. Sorry. I had a brain fart there. Except for that one hiccup against Stowe, Barberton has been pretty good for me. I'm going to go Barberton as well. Eli?
We now know Stowe did his own. We know that Stowe was legit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I'm going to go with Barberton.
All right.
Give me Barberton also.
All right. So, Glenville at Collinwood.
That's a rivalry game, right?
It's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Glenville. Coach.
Glenville.
All right.
I'm going with the Ville for their first victory, man.
Give me the Ville.
I am shocked that Glenville has not won a game yet. I mean, I know it's only week 4, but still, like
it's been a tough schedule.
I mean, it has been. You
Yeah.
better get on it because it's lucky for them they play in the Senate.
Yes.
Euclid at Medina. I'm gonna go Euclid. Coach.
Medina is very good. They beat a good Wadsworth team this weekend, but I'm going Euclid too. Jeff's team travels well. They did a big win last week, but I'm going Euclid. Speed.
E.
I'm gonna go with Euclid.
Reggie.
Euclid on a mission, man. Euclid.
I got a feeling that next week we're gonna tally up these things. I got a feeling we all picking the same teams, man. I don't know. Sometimes that's a bad thing. We all picking the same teams. Kinston at Eastlake North. I got love for you, North, but yeah, I'm gonna take the defending Division III state champions. I'll take Kinston. Coach.
Kinston.
E.
And Kinston, Jack Porter.
Yes, sir. And Jay Middleton. It's Jay Middleton. I was trying to remember the young man's name. I apologize, Jay. Jay Middleton, their receiver, man. Fantastic receiver. Reggie?
Kinston all the way.
All right. Okay, so we got a couple more left. Benny at Erie Cathedral Prep in Pennsylvania. I don't know much about Erie Cathedral Prep, so I'm going to just go with the home team, and I'm going to go Benny. Coach?
Well, Erie lost to Eds early, 21-14. They're a good football team. I'm going once again with the same thing before, like travel. I'm going with
Erie.
I'm gonna go with Erie.
Okay, Coach, I see you. Reggie.
Give me Erie also.
Oh, look at this. All right, E.
Gotta shout out my boy Jamal Brown. We grew up together and whatnot. He's the AD over at Benny. I'm gonna go with Benny.
Okay. All right. Last
They got
one.
it going. Benny's got it going again though this year. They're good.
Yeah, they do. Last one on this schedule, Willoughby South at Madison. I will take Willoughby South. Coach?
South for me as well.
E?
I'm going to go with Madison.
You just messed up, son. Reggie?
Shout out to one of my kids that come from my organization, Davon Hosley, star middle linebacker for Willoughby South. He told me look out for him this year. They 3-0. They won't be 4-0.
Okay. All right. So that will do it for the high school picks. Now let us go to the National Football League. Let's see what happened here. So I'm going to recap these because I'm looking at the scores to see exactly who did what. So Tampa Bay at Carolina.
That was a snooze fest.
Yeah, it killed me.
Yeah, that wasn't a good game
but
at
you guys picked Carolina. I picked Tampa Bay. Thank you very much. I'll take that one. I need it. So we'll mark you all wrong for Carolina. San Francisco and Cincinnati. Ooh, this one got Coach. Coach picked Cincinnati. Everybody else picked San Francisco. So Coach, you're wrong. That Reg didn't give us those picks. So Reg is come on, Reg.
Man,
it was a down week for me. I'm gonna bounce back.
Chargers and the Lions. Me and Eli picked the Chargers. Phil and Coach picked the Lions. Sorry about that. Oh no. The Lions won, didn't they?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Nope. My bad. Okay. Green Bay and Minnesota. Eli's the only person that picked Minnesota, so Eli be wrong there. Tennessee and the Colts. That was a win for the Indianapolis Colts. Phil was the only one to pick the Colts. Yeah, I got that one too. We already knew New England was going to beat Miami. The Bills and the Giants. Eli and Coach, I'm not sure why you guys picked the Giants, but you were both wrong on that one, so you missed that one. Seattle and Pittsburgh. Phil and Coach picked Pittsburgh. Dallas, we all picked Dallas. We all picked Baltimore. We all picked Houston. That was a win there. We all picked Kansas City. That was a win there. Me and Phil were the only ones that picked Denver, so Eli and Coach got that one. Me and Eli were the only ones to pick New Orleans, so we missed on that one. Phil and Coach picked the Rams. Eagles and Falcons yet to be determined, but we all picked Philadelphia, and Jets and Browns yet to be determined as well. So let's go for the predictions for coming up on week 3. in the NFL. I will actually be in Philly next weekend for
Good for you.
Eagles and Lions. So I will not be doing the show. I'll be in Philadelphia, probably munching on a cheesesteak from Geno's or Pat's. You know how that goes. All right, so let's start off. Titans at Jaguars on Thursday. I will take the Tennessee Titans. Coach?
I'm going Titans too. Quarterback issues.
E?
I'm going with the Titans. Super Mariota.
Okay. Reggie?
Give me Jags in the upset.
Look at Reg. Okay, Reg. I see you, bro. Bengals at the Bills at New Era Field in Buffalo. I am going to take the Buffalo Bills. You better believe it. Coach?
Bengals irritated me last week. I'm going with the Bills.
E?
I'm going with the Bills. I like what they're doing right now.
Reg?
I'm going with Buffalo also.
All right. Come on, man. We should stop picking Dolphins again. Dolphins and Cowboys. I hate to say it, but Dallas in a romp. Dallas over the Dolphins. Anybody else picking Miami?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so we just skip that one. All right. Broncos at the frozen tundra. It won't be frozen yet. Broncos at Packers. I'm going to take King Aaron the 12th and the Green Bay Packers. Coach?
You know what? I'm going with Denver in the pass rush.
Ooh, look at that. Reg?
I'm going to take Green Bay.
And Eli?
I'm going to go with Denver.
You already knew he was going with Denver.
Eli, you better drop
court
that.
Jester?
You better let that Aaron Rodgers hate.
Jester,
I'm telling you, you better let that Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
hate
he
go.
still
brother.
owe me $100.
You better let that Aaron Rodgers hate go. You're going to mess yourself up. All right, Falcons at the Colts. I'm going to take Atlanta. I'll take Atlanta. Coach?
I'm going to go Falcons.
E.
I'm going to go take with the Colts.
Okay, and Reg?
Where they at in Atlanta?
Nope, in Indianapolis.
Well, it's still a dome, right?
Yeah, it's still a dome.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta awesome in the dome.
Absolutely. Here's a good one. Ravens at Chiefs. Wow. You know what? Damn it, I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens in the upset. I'm taking Baltimore. Coach?
You know, I'm going to go. That's a tough one. The last two have been tough. I'm going to go Chiefs just because it's out there.
Mm-hmm. Reg?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I don't think Lamar Miller will be able to keep up.
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson, excuse me.
I feel you. E?
I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Okay, I'm stepping out on a limb. All right. The Raiders at the Vikings. I'm going to go with another upset. I'm taking Oakland that game. I'm going to take Oakland. And it's in Minnesota. Reg?
Give me the Vikings. I said the Vikings was going to the Super Bowl, so I got to pick the Vikings.
Good luck with that. Coach?
I'm going Vikings.
Eli?
You like that?
No, Eli.
You like that?
We don't like that at all.
I'm going with the Vikings, baby.
Jets at Patriots. I'm going to go with the Pats. Coach?
Short week after getting beat by the Browns, I'm going Pats.
Oh, listen to that. Okay. All right. Reg?
I'll go with the Pats.
Eli?
Give me those Pats.
All right. Coach, you know that you know this game tomorrow night has trap game written all over, right? You understand that Trevor Simeon's
It's incredible.
playing,
No, it absolutely does with the injuries and stuff like that. It absolutely does.
If they lose, they're going to
I'm
bring
trying not to do that, but everything is looking. I mean, if you look up the definition of trap game,
it's
that's what
all
it is.
over it. Trevor Simeon's playing. C.J. Moses out for the Jets defense. I'm telling you, Greg Green's going to have something for the Browns. He's got.
Stop hating, Kel.
I'm just saying. All right. So, this one, Detroit at Philly. You already know where I'm going. I'll be there rooting Philadelphia. Coach?
I'm gonna go Philly.
Eli?
Give me no Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah, come on, yeah. All right, Reg. Come on,
so you know I'm gonna go live from the game. You know that. I'm just saying, you know. And
I'm gonna be all over your live.
Yeah, but I'm a pull. Actually, I might record something, just throw it on the show page.
Let's go Lions.
Panthers at the Cardinals. You know what? I don't know. I've lost faith in Cam Newton. I got him on my fantasy team still, but I'm going to go with Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray gets his first win. I'm going to go with Arizona. Coach?
Yeah, I'm with you. losing my faith a little bit. I just think he's beat up. More than anything else, he's just beat up, surgeries. I think he's. I'm going Cardinals, kid number 1.
Reg?
I second that. I think Cam Newton's shoulder is severely injured, and I think he's done. I'm going with the Cardinals.
E.
Cam. Whoa, Cam.
Carolina?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You know what, man? I don't know what it is with Cam Newton. I think, well, here's to me, the problem is when your best receiver is your running back, that's and a 34-year-old tight end who's always hurt, and Greg Olsen, that's a problem. That's just, you know what I mean? They need to get him he hasn't had a legitimate wide receiver since Steve Smith was there. He needs a legitimate number 1 receiver, and DJ Moore's not in. Sorry. All right, Giants at the Buccaneers. I am going to take Tampa Bay. Eli.
Give me Tampa Bay.
Coach?
Yeah, I went to Bucks. Giants, another team. I've lost my patience with them. I'm going to Bucks.
Terrible. Reggie.
Give me famous Jameis.
That's right. Texans at the Chargers. I'm going to Houston on the road. Coach?
Give me the Chargers.
Ooh, okay, Coach. Eli?
Give me Philip Rivers.
Okay, and Reggie.
You already know I'm going with the Texans, Kel.
Deshaun.
Favorite player in the league.
Steelers at the 49ers. I'm taking San Francisco. I'll take that. San Francisco, I got them. Coach?
You know what? I'm going out. It's not much of an upset, but it's out there. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Eli?
Judging by what happened to Ben Roethlisberger today, they probably don't have Mason Rudolph starting, so I'm going to go with San Francisco.
All right, and Reggie.
I just can't imagine Pittsburgh going on 3, so I think they're going to come to play no matter who under center. Give me Pittsburgh.
All right. Saints at the Seahawks.
Ooh, that's going to be a good matchup. Oh, my God.
Man. You know what? I'm taking Seattle. It's at home. I know it's the Saints, and Drew Brees may or may not be back. I'm taking the Seahawks. It's at home. I got to take Seattle. Coach?
I always take the Seahawks there. That place seems like it's a tough place to play. I would love to go out there and see a game because that place seems like it's a tough place to play. I'm going Seahawks.
Absolutely. Reg?
Give me the Hawks.
Eli?
Well, we're going to see on Monday what the stint of Drew Brees' thumb is, so I'm going to go with Seahawks.
All right.
Russell Wilson is my favorite player.
Sunday night, Rams at Browns First Energy Stadium. Give me the Los Angeles Rams.
Of course. Coach?
I absolutely am taking the Cleveland Browns.
Eli?
Give me them Browns,
yeah,
baby.
Of course. And I know Philip. No, Reggie?
Give me the Browns. You know who I want.
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, I want the Browns.
And then the Monday nighter, Chicago at Washington. I will take the Bears. Coach?
Bears made a big field goal. That defensive line the Bears got is vicious. I'm going Bears.
All right, Eli?
The Bears.
And Reggie?
Give me the Bears.
All right, so that'll do it for the NFL picks. So right now, man, in our high school picks, Coach is up by 1 game, 32-13. Eli and Phil are behind Coach by 1 game at 31-14. I am at 26-19, and Reggie is currently at 20-25.
Just say I'm in the basement, Kev. You ain't even got to say it.
Just make your picks next time, Reg. All right, man. Coach, as always, man, we really appreciate you taking time. And listen, man, I'm a married guy. Reggie's a married guy. We know how it is, man. Give your wife our best, too. We know your wife. You got to call him again? Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much for letting Coach
no, thank you, guys. It's a pleasure every week. I like the picks, but I really enjoy talking to you guys. You guys are a blast. I enjoy it. So I'll talk to you guys soon.
You got it, Coach. Have a good one, okay?
You too, guys.
Right,
you too, guys. Have a good week.
You too. Bye-bye. Coach Riz. We got to love Coach Riz. Shout out to Mrs. Riz. You know, come on, Riz. You know how that goes.
Yes, sir.
What you doing now? I got to call the Choir Brothers. Again? Yes, Mrs. Riz. Yes, again. And we appreciate you loaning your husband to us every night. Thank you so much. Come on, man. It's the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they lose to the Jets?
They not.
Okay.
We not.
There you go with that damn wet blanket.
I'm not,
man.
Was I wrong about Tennessee?
Yes. No. You wasn't wrong about Tennessee. But come on, give us a little something.
Why? You haven't earned a little something. You're 0-1. Right now, you're 0-1. What you want me to do?
We'll be 1-1 in less than 24 hours.
I like that.
I love it, man. Hey, man, you know, hey, if you guys like it, I love it. You already know how I go. Who the hell is Assignment Buddha? You're working in school and don't have time. How do we get these follows from these pages? How does that Assignment Buddha? I don't know what the hell that is.
It said Drew Brees plans to see a hand specialist. He's concerned about his hand.
I'm telling you, that's why I picked the other team. You don't know. We don't know what the extent of that injury was.
No, we don't.
And Teddy Bridgewater, he did some nice things today.
They scored 9 points.
Oh yeah.
So at least, so I may have to make a change, man. On you know, I may have to make a change on my fantasy team, man, because I got Carson, but if Drew is out for a substantial amount of time, my other quarterback is Cam.
Really?
True.
I might have to hit the waiver wire, man, look for another quarterback, man. I might have to do it, unless there's just nobody out there that's better than Cam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I might just have to roll with him, but.
It ain't looking too good for him, though.
I know the Eagles have a bye in week 4.
You want to trade? Huh? I got Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford.
Stop it. No.
Okay. All right.
I'm not. No, I'm not trading with you. I'm going to beat you next week. Is what I'm going to.
Bring it. Please bring it.
Happen.
I've been waiting on you. Excuse my friends. I've been waiting on your ass a long time.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Not happen. Happen. That's what's going to happen.
I'm about to get this first win, and then next week I'm going to get a second win, and then the week after that, the third one, and I'm going to get this train rolling, baby.
Okay.
And it's not a damn thing y'all can do about it.
Let me tell you something, Eli. One win does not a winning streak make.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, get 3 or 4 into you, but at least, bro, you got one. You're 1-1 like I might be after today or tomorrow, and like probably almost everybody else in the league. You're 1-1.
Now, if I go on a 5-game win streak,
then
I want my damn respect.
No, you don't get respect until you win something. Because a 5-game win streak don't mean nothing if you don't win it, right? That don't mean nothing. You still a rookie. You are still the rookie. I don't care. It don't matter what league you in. The rookie could start out. Kyler Murray can start out 6-0. Guess who's still carrying pads in practice? Kyler Murray.
I can't wait to play Eric. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh my God.
The trash talk gonna be epic.
I've been waiting on him.
It's gonna be epic trash talk.
I've been waiting on him.
So yeah, you might. So you probably gonna come up again, unless somehow Austin Hooper scores 12 points. If he scores 12, you're done. Because it's still 41-31.
Yep.
Okay. And you don't have anybody else going.
No,
you're
sir.
over. So unless Austin Hooper scores 12 points, you got to win in the bag, and you'll be at 1-1. All right. Congrats on one win. But again, one win does not a win streak make.
Well, that's a good thing for me right now because Atlanta just kicked a field goal.
Oh. Damn it. Come on, Eagles. Come on, Eagles. So it's all right. My thing is, look, man, as long as we don't get down by double digits, I'm always cool. That's always my theory. As long as if you're down single digits, it's all right. Once you get to that 10 point above threshold, it's like, okay, we can't have this. We got to come back. So let's see it, man. I want to see Deshaun Jackson take the top off. Take it off, Deshaun. Take the top off, please.
I think week 1 was just a fluke, sir.
For Deshaun Jackson, no, sir. No, sir. You know, you saw what he can do. He did it last year in Tampa Bay.
He's been doing it his whole career.
Yeah.
There wasn't no fluke.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And if they take away Deshaun Jackson, you still got Alshon Jeffrey. You still got Nelson Aguilar. You still have Zach Ertz, who's on your bench.
Nelson who?
Nelson Aguilar. You better respect Nelson Aguilar's gangster. The man was key in that Super Bowl run. You know, when they won the championship. That's how the Eagles got their respect.
Yeah,
they
go
won
ahead.
a championship.
Yeah, go ahead. Throw that in my face.
Mm-hmm. That's how the Eagles got their respect. They won a championship. That they didn't sign a bunch of players and get media hype, and then you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, Reggie, you hear this guy?
I'm just keeping it funky. But it ain't no shade against the Browns. Well, maybe a little bit. But that's what I've been preaching to y'all for months. Just relax, slow down.
We're gonna get it going.
I'm telling you, when that train rolls.
You got a tough schedule, though. A real talk, the Browns got a tough schedule coming up.
We do, yes.
Very tough.
That's
schedule.
why you got to win against the Jets without Sam
it's a
Darnold.
must. It is a must
win.
It's a must. And it's crazy that you have a must win in week 2, but this is a must win.
That's what happened when you don't handle your business against teams. You supposed to take care of Tennessee at home on opening day. Like you said, these my guys, but you got to call it how it is. And we had all this hype coming into the season. We got the players. We got the coach who we said we wanted. We got the quarterback. We got Odell. We got Landry. You don't come out and lay an egg against the Tennessee Titans team.
And Demarius Randall is out for the game.
Yeah,
concussion
that's
symptoms.
a big blow.
Demarius Randall's out. Come on, Robbie. Robbie. I'm talking about Robbie Anderson for the Jets. Come on, Robbie.
Ain't not happening.
So it's at the Jets, home against the Rams, at the Ravens, at the Niners, who are now 2-0, home against Seattle, at New England, at Denver, home against the Bills, who are now 2-0, home against the Steelers, home against the Dolphins. They should win that. That's the only guarantee. At Pittsburgh, home against the Bengals, at the Cardinals, home against the Ravens, at the Bengals. It's not an easy schedule. So if they're going to get the train rolling, as Eli says, they better start tomorrow night.
They'll get it rolling.
Y'all can buy tickets if you want. Tickets as low as $22. Go ahead and take a road trip. Can y'all get up there Monday night? It costs take you 8-10 hours to get to New York, New Jersey, something like that. You ain't going.
I'll be in the comfort of my own home. With
I can't wait, man. I can't wait till
beverage.
next week. Can't wait till next weekend. This time next week, I'll either be celebrating a win or mourning a loss. I don't know.
Well,
if y'all losing, you better not go live while y'all losing.
I might.
Because I'm going to be all up on that joint.
I'm usually I usually get standing room only tickets, but shout out to Wifey, man. She linked up with one of my partners up there in Philly and got me some good seats. I believe it'll probably be, 5-6 rows up from the end zone.
That's sweet.
Right. I'm usually standing room only. And even though, you can find a good spot to stand and watch the game, but it'll be nice.
Tim Kelly was going to be out there, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll see Tim. Ken in Canada. I'll see Ken in Canada. My boy Craig Thomas. Shout out to Craig. Craig's a Maryland fan at University of Maryland. Craig, how y'all lose to Temple? Maryland, you out of the Big Ten, man. You got to go. Y'all lost Temple. You out, Maryland. You got to go. You out of here. So, yeah, I'll see Tim, and I'll see Ken. I'll give them both you guys the best. I'll say that the squad brothers say what up. Tim and Ken are both.
We got to get Tim back on the show.
Absolutely. You know, basketball season come around, we have Tim on. And he might not have nothing good to say about the Cavs, but hey.
I want to speak. I want to speak to Ken in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Get him on the show.
Yeah, we get Ken on too. I'll make it happen, man. I'll chop it up with him. All right, man. That's gonna do it for us, man. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you to Brandon Alexander of Alliance. Thank you to Brock Janowitz of Canton Central Catholic. Thank you to Magnus Haynes of Massillon, and of course, Coach Ridge. You know what it is. Jerome Castleberry. Thank you for checking in, brother. We appreciate that. Jordan, good looking on the gear, son. Good looking, and we will display that prominently. Best believe it. All right, we know what it is, but we got you, Jordan. Thank you so much for it, man. We appreciate that. All right, man. So that's going to do it for us. For Eli Robinson, for Phil Rucker, for Reggie Logan, my name is Kevin Hanley. Fly, Eagles, fly. Even though they're down 3-0 right now. We need it. We need it. Carson, I need it, son. Let me get that. Quad Brothers Sports Show. Eli, take us out.
All right, the name of the song is called Legacy by Mickey Montz Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The fellas will see y'all next week. I'll be eating the cheesesteak. Peace.